You're on.
I'm on.
You are definitely on.
Hey She Peeps, it's me, Sheila. I'm here with your 5-minute, $5 meal video. And the hubster's here with me.
Hello.
He is videotaping this in this day and age we live in. I asked him, just use a smartphone and let's just do this as, like, let's keep it real. Everybody thinks that cooking is really hard and it costs a lot of money and a lot of time, and I am here to prove to you that it does not have to be that way at all. So I want to kind of get started. We're just going to make fish and veggies today, mostly because it's healthy, and I'll tell you some other ways you can throw it in there. Before we start, I want to say thank you so much for downloading my free ebook, She's Mess, Life, Love, and Recipes. Be on the lookout because more books to come. And also, don't forget to go to the podcasts and check out the blogs as well. So I'm gonna get started, I think. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So in a pan, a frying pan, I always use cast iron pretty much for everything on a medium-high heat. I'm gonna take some olive oil. These things are staples in your house, so I didn't really count them into the total itself. So anything like olive oil or the vinegar or the spices, I really didn't count that in because they're already staples. So I'm also going to put some olive oil in this back one here, and get that heated too, so that we can season the fish. And what I'm going to season the fish with is pretty simple. So a little sea salt, always put it in your hand first, because you can always, I've always taught the kids, you can add, but you cannot take away. So a little bit of seasoned sea salt. I've got some black pepper. And then we're gonna get the other side. But this is just heating up. I mean, the oil's heating up, so we're just seasoning the fish like as it were. A little paprika, a little cumin. A little cumin goes on the fish. This part is super fun because you can use anything you want. You can use steak seasoning, but this is some dried dipping spices that we got at a little winery. I know, it was so good. We went river floating for the first time. So I use this, but you can use anything, any kind of steak seasoning or anything you have already in your cabinet. And so we're gonna get both sides. You have to make sure, let me grab a paper towel. You have to make sure you get both sides. So I'm gonna grab the rest of that sea salt and a little more pepper. This is super easy. You have no idea. I mean, as long as I think it takes me longer to season the fish than it does to cook it. By the way, this is pollock. I happened to get these 3 pieces of pollock for $2.50 in a bag at my local grocery store that shall go unnamed, so that's less than $1 per piece of fish. So now I'm just gonna lower my heat to about medium, and then I'm just going to stick these in there. And while these cook, actually I think I'm gonna make the heat a little higher. Well, these cook, let me wash my hands and get rid of the protein. But while those are cooking, all I'm gonna do is chop the vegetables and toss them in to some more, another pan that's heating. Can you tell I'm not Rachel Ray? Okay, so I've already got my green bean sets. These were 89 cents. This was 89 cents for all of these green beans. And this organic yellow bell pepper, and if you don't already know, I am super, how do you say, obsessive compulsivity about colors and months. This has already been washed. I save all of these things. I make bone broth and vegetable broth with all of the stuff that's left over. And so this was 98 cents. This was 89 cents. The fish was $2.50. So what does that come to, Hubster?
It's more around about, what, $4.50?
$4.50. So this is gonna feed you and I a meal for sure. And then it's going to feed you for lunch as well, right? So that's 3 meals. So if you break it down from $4.50 for the whole thing, but now divide that by 3 since I'm the cook and you're the mathematician.
Like $1.50.
Like $1.50 for each plate. So for 3 meals, $1.50. So we're probably looking at about, we're about, I don't know, 1.5, 2 minutes in maybe. I'm just gonna make the heat a little bit higher on the veggies. And I'm tossing this in there all together with the green beans, my 89-cent green beans, fresh by the way. And all I'm gonna do, it's super simple. A little sea salt, maybe a little more sea salt. A little pepper. That's it. That's all that's going in there. Let me grab a spoon. And then, as this is cooking, I'm just gonna stir this a little bit. It's already on a good high heat, so it'll only take a minute or two to cook where you've got a good al dente, kind of a crisp still on the veggies, and the same for the fish. Give me a second here. I'm just gonna find something to toss this with. So, I also want to say thank you for reading the e-newsletters that I've been sending to you. Thank you so much for just passing it along. If you don't mind sharing it, don't forget to go to lifeasSheDoesIt.com. Don't forget to check out, there's a cooking blog, She Sure Can Cook. There's the She Blogs. Don't forget the podcast I'm mentioning again. And hopefully there'll be some more of this, and I'll be getting better at it as I go. So just gonna flip the fish. Believe it or not, it's ready to flip. Look at that. It's already flaking and looking beautiful. Love it. Gorgeous. Okay, so like probably another minute. Can you believe that pollock took like 3 minutes in a good hot pan?
Hurry up.
Are you hungry now? Are you totally hungry? Okay, now I'm gonna throw just a little tiny wrench in your gear. If you wanna spend more than $4.50 for 3 plates full of food, you can just add some things. I love stuff like Trader Joe's riced cauliflower. It's already riced. It's already done for you. Me, I like to do just a little bit of something to fancy up the plate for the pictures I take for the blog for you guys. So I always like a little lettuce with my fish. I also like lettuce with my eggs. Is that weird? But I do. And I dress up. My plate never looks as fancy, say, as the Hubster's. His plate is usually the one I take the pictures with. And I do stuff like that. So that might have been, well, I got this organic romaine on sale for $1.79. So actually, if I'm just using it for the one plate, I still fall under your $5, 5-minute plan here. So, okay, the vegetables are pretty much almost ready. It depends on how you like them. If you like them a little less crisp, I love them al dente, and so does the Hubster. Right, Adrian? Mm-hmm. Just a little dash of whatever vinegar you have. It doesn't matter if it's apple cider, balsamic, whatever the case may be. Just a little dash will do ya.
A little dab will do ya.
A little dab will do ya. Let me grab one more thing as you are watching that stuff cook. Mm-hmm. I don't know where we are on time, but I know that it is under 5 minutes. I am now plating your beautiful al dente green beans and peppers. And it was so simple. Salt, pepper. That's it. You've got your veggies.
Who doesn't have salt and pepper?
What?
Who doesn't have salt and pepper?
Who doesn't have salt and pepper? You're right. Mm-hmm. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that beautiful flaky fish. It's gorgeous, right? I love that, honey. And you don't have to make it look that pretty. Mine, when we're done videotaping this, mine's gonna be plopped right on my plate and I'm going to eat it. But that was your $5 5-minute way to cook something, and it looks really fancy, and I usually would probably turn it around and take a picture like right there because it looks so beautiful, and it costs less than $5. It took less than 5 minutes. It's healthy, it's delicious, and that's Life as She Does It. That's exactly what it is. Life as She Does It. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon. She out.